Count your blessings, not your troubles. Take time to smell the roses. It is not uncommon to hear that someone, because of an accident, became blind or paralyzed but won $1 million in a settlement. How many of us would like to trade places with that person? Not many. We are so focused on complaining about things we do not have that we lost sight of the things we have. There is a lot to be thankful for. When I say count your blessings, not your troubles. To give you an example of selective listening, let me share with you a story I heard about a medical doctor who was invited as a guest speaker to address a group of alcoholics. He wanted to make a demonstration that would be powerful enough to make people realize that alcohol was injurious to health. He had two containers, one with pure distilled water, one with pure alcohol. He put an earthworm into the distilled water and it swam beautifully, came up to the top. He put another earthworm into the alcohol and it disintegrated in front of everyone's eyes. He wanted to prove that this was what alcohol did to the insides of our body. He asked the group, "What's the moral of the story?" And one person from behind said, "If you drink alcohol, you won't have any worms in your stomach." Was that the message? Of course not. That was selective listening. We hear what we want to hear and not what is being said. Many of our blessings are hidden treasures. Count your blessings and not your troubles. Let's get some myth out of the way. It is a general belief that we get educated in schools and colleges. Do we really get educated in schools and colleges? Generally, there is a consensus that some people do, but most don't. We receive a lot of information in schools and colleges. We do need information to be educated, but we also need to know the true meaning of education. Intellectual education influences the head and value-based education influences the heart. In fact, education that does not train the heart can be dangerous. If we want to build character in our offices, homes and society, we must achieve a minimum level of moral and ethical literacy. Education that builds fundamental traits of character such as honesty, compassion, courage, persistence and responsibility is absolutely essential. We don't need more academic education. We need more value-based education. A person who is morally educated will be a lot better equipped to move in life or succeed than a morally bankrupt person with excellent academic qualifications. True education is training of both the head and the heart. An uneducated thief may steal from the freight car, but an educated one may steal the entire railroad. We need to compete for knowledge and wisdom and not for grades. Knowledge is piling up facts, wisdom is simplifying it. One could have good grades and a degree and still not learn much. The most important thing one can learn is to learn to learn.